and all that. And so it is a very important organization, if I should say.
Okay, so I will read this quote from Dr. Miles Monroe. He actually broke it down to, let's see how he defined family. So, and the purpose it was supposed to serve. He said the purpose of family, I quote, is to reproduce, secure, preserve, develop, and provide for the maximization of the functional potential of the individual within the context of the whole, so that one can function effectively and efficiently in life and society.
Wow.
I'll repeat it.
Yeah.
The purpose of family is to reproduce. You mentioned that. Security. Preserve. Protection. Develop, that is nurture. And provide, provision, for the maximization and the maximization of the functional potential of the individual within the context of the whole, so that one can function effectively and efficiently in life and society.
Right. So the quality of the family automatically actually impacts on the society.
We've seen ups and downs. I know you don't understand the things that I say. I just to say it anyway. I cannot put it all away. This means a lot to me. This means a lot to me. It's family time.
Hello, lovely viewers of the Talking Drum podcast. Welcome back to the show. I know it's been a long time we've been off your screens, but we are back again. There is an apology we need to render first, but Madam A.J.
Yeah, we are back. You see, the most important
talk to them.
The most important thing is that we are back.
Yeah, we are back. After a long sabbatical.
How hiatus. And it wasn't because we didn't have content or we didn't have enough to shoot, but we had to pursue other equally important things, and now we are back.
So do you want me to spill the juice?
You can spill the juice. I mean, it's
So we are with our doctor.
Relax.
Emeritus.
Relax. I'll get there. But relax.
So it's been a long time we've been out, but as AJ said, other things required attention that needed pursuing, and by the grace of God, everything was very successful. We came out like everything that demanded the pause of the show, wasn't wasted. It was worth the while. And we thank God. We also thank you for your patience. We thank you. We've seen all your messages. Most people were reaching out to check out and all that.
Yeah, I had a lot of messages regarding that. Oh, have you stopped the podcast? No, we've not stopped.
Yeah.
We just went on a hiatus.
Yeah, AJ
and we are back.
Yeah, AJ had to break the bank, so.
And now that we are back, the most important thing is that we are back with more.
Yeah, of course. Giveaways. Yeah. Money giveaways.
Money giveaways. Okay, from his account, please, disclaimer. I have no hand in. Yeah, we are just back. Bigger and better. Usually you watch interviews of big musicians and sometimes you don't hear from them for a while. And you interview them, they'll be like, something good is cooking.
Something big is, it's cooking.
I'm not out of the season. No, I'm preparing something.
I'm preparing, yes. So.
And I think we have not been preparing over the few months that we were away. But after everything that I had to do was done, we have fully prepared.
Back. So it's like a minor setback for a major comeback.
Exactly. That's how I'll turn it.
So, Madam, what do we have for our viewers today?
Today, we are talking about a very important subject, a very important topic to me. And it is on the topic of dysfunctionality. And I don't know if you want me to set the ball rolling, or you
madam,
have questions, or
as usual, set the ball rolling.
you know,
before.
let me spill some tea. When we started to discuss about this topic, Godwin called Nyame, okay, for the brand. He called me and he was like, let's discuss how we are going to do this thing. And it will be very brief and very short. The catchphrase was very brief. If I knew it was going to turn out otherwise, I would, oh my God. 2 hours.
Yeah, you know I'm a talkative.
2 hours of discussing a topic that is supposed to be brief.
That was very brief.
And I'm like, what else are we come to talk about on the show?
We've had the show before the show.
We had the show before the show. And so God will move.
Okay.
Right.
So, yeah. We are talking about dysfunctionality today. And as we know, it has, should I even say, it has become the bedrock of society and, let's say, global regulation, because it's now something that I think it has woven into the natural fabric of existence.
Right.
So I think if we talk about it, throw more light on it and try to educate ourselves, this podcast, as it stands for, as it embodies, education and also desensitization, it gives you a platform to unlearn and relearn.
Yeah.
So I think this is this subject of discussion that will give everybody the avenue to learn something, to at least identify yourself in every scope.
Yeah, to reflect.
Exactly.
What's important.
That is the thing. It's not even about education alone, but it's about reflection.
Reflection, yeah.
So can you really break it down?
Yeah. So anytime you find a this and D before a word, it means that the word originally exists.
Okay, so this is our first lesson from Dr. A.J. Doctor.
Don't give me pressure.
All right, no pressure.
It means the word originally exists, and due to probably an abuse of the word or a certain setback regarding how the word functions, there's been a room or a reason to actually coin another word from it.
Oh, okay.
And so there are several of those prefixes that we put in front of words. You can see up. So like a normal thing, and then you put up before it, and so it becomes abnormal. So we have words that you can put an or d before it to coin another term. And so we have a word like function or functioning or functionality. And then when the function of something, it's now lost its ability to sound or behave the way we expect it to, and then we can put a prefix before it.
Okay.
To turn into an opposite meaning of that word. And so this functionality is coined from functionality. And where the functionality does not exist the way it should, and then it becomes a dysfunction.
Okay.
Before I define what this functionality is, I saw, when I was looking at the definition for dysfunctionality, I saw another word called malfunction. So there's dysfunction, there's malfunction. So originally, let's say you buy a product and they give you the qualities that it should have, the functions of that product. Now that's the functions. Probably it's a list of them. And you expect that product to behave that way.
Oh, right.
So for instance, even if it's a culture, constitution, whatever it is, a law, there are functions to it, and then you expect it to go in that direction.
Okay.
Now, when there's an absolute loss of function, then that is malfunction.
Okay.
It's not functioning anymore, and it usually describes equipment, things that you buy.
Right.
But dysfunctionality is that the role for that particular thing is still ongoing. There's still a function. It's still running. Whether it's a system, it's a family, it's an education, whatever it is, it's still running. Just that it's not running as it should. The main roles or the main functions listed for that particular organization, it's not being targeted.
Oh,
We are running it with another set of agenda, which is not the norm that is supposed to follow. And so it becomes a dysfunction. And so it's functioning, but
it's
not the real.
okay. So
Yeah.
ideally, you're trying to say it is not actually serving the purpose.
The
of
purpose,
which,
exactly.
okay, so now I just got the analogy that malfunction is the absolute
Loss of function.
Okay, and this functionality is actually not serving the purpose of
which it was intended to.
Okay, that is quite brilliant. I think it gives everybody the clear idea of what we are about to
Right.
delve into. So everything we are about to talk about or we are coming to discuss means it has a purpose or a function. It has a role it should play.
Exactly.
So the dysfunctions that we are about to look at is that the roles have been actually either diverted,
switched a bit,
or it's not really being pursued in the right channel.
Right manner.
Okay,
exactly.
so we would try and break it down, because if you're talking about this functionality, it is actually broad. So we are going to look at it in some areas that we think is very key in society. It's very, like, as we said, it's actually woven into the fabric of existence. So we can look at a subject or an area of discussion like family.
Right.
We can also look into society, because family and society is kind of interconnected.
Exactly.
So we will look into religion, and on the grand scale, we will look into governance and
leadership.
So madam, let's begin with family. So the idea of family is actually, for me, in my view, will I even call it an opinion? But I think in a general understanding, is like it was the basic essence of existence.
Right.
Because that is where everything that we get to know, or how we get to operate as human beings, operating in this cosmos, is all about. We all come from families. So that means it gives us a sense of belonging. It gives us a sense of identity.
That's the word.
So I think family, as it is, should be understood that it is the basic component of society. Because as we see society in this present age or this present day, it is a collection of families. Okay, family existed before everything else. Family existed before the church, before religion,
yeah.
before whatever component that society really feeds us with came to play or came to be. So if we talk about the actual orientation of family, let us look into this. How was family supposed to serve mankind? Because originally, if we can talk about family, it gives us a sense of identity. It's what everything springs from.
Yeah.
To build society. All the great empires that have come and gone, we could just say they were all collections of families, collections of identity, collections of ideas. Where did it all spring from? It came from families. So, because I really did this little survey that, in the empires of old, especially in China, they really had to select, maybe the first 2-3 maleborns, maybe I could be wrong, of every family to go and fight for the emperor. So that means the armies, the food, everything, they had rations and everything that were collected based on families, households. So that means the input, or like the output of family, was what sustained empires. It sustained actually the machine, or let's say the machinery that runs the cosmos. It all springs from there. So let's look at the ideal purpose of which family was supposed to serve mankind.
Well, I think first of all, family constitutes parent. We have, I mean, social studies. Growing up, we learned about what a family is and what constitutes the family, and they went ahead to teach us the different types of family.
Of families.
So the basic family structure is the nuclear family, where we have the parents, male and female, emphasis on male and female.
Okay.
The parents. Then the children who...
That's a very good emphasis.
Yeah, because where the world is going, you have to clarify things. Male and female parents or spouses with their children.
Yeah.
And whatever extensions that come as a result of that, we have the extended family or adopted children and all that. And I think initially the original design was that the family will be the place of formation of children. And we know children are going to also grow up, become adults and fit into society. And so the quality of our society, our community, stems from the quality of the nuclear family.
Exactly.
So the family was supposed to be a place of correction, acceptance, rebuke in love, a place of love. Actually, that shapes you.
Go on. I don't really want to capture. That is actually the whole concept of dysfunction. Every major dysfunctionality in community today will spring from that same idea you just said. So you keep going.
So that's why there's a balance. There's really a balance with regards to family. It's more complex than you think.
Exactly.
It's not only a place that you are only showered with love. No, a place of discipline, a place where values are inculcated into you, manners are taught. You don't have to wait to get into schools before you are taught manners.
Exactly.
It's supposed to start from the family, where relationship and bonds are engineered and, nurtured.
Exactly.
And a place where your insecurities are actually accepted, and a place where you can actually confide in people. And so these are all the roles. There are so many roles. There are a number of them, roles that families are, and even financially. We talk about the Abraham Maslow's theory of needs, the basic needs. Basic needs are supposed to come from family. So when you find children who are outsourcing for basic needs like clothing, like shelter, then there's a big problem. There's a big dysfunctionality, because these things, food, should be the primary responsibility of your parents. And so I think because of this design, you see, if you are also a bit spiritual, the other time I quoted a scripture from the Psalms where it says that God places the solitary in families. The original design of God for mankind is not for us to be dispersed about bastards, quote and unquote, not having fathers, not having mothers. No, it's for you to be placed, because he actually understands the role,
the sense of belonging.
And so because of that, the devil is also very cunning, and so he thrives on these things where he actually tries to bring separation in families, and we know what happens after separations and all that. And so it is a very important organization, if I should say.
Okay, so I will read this quote from Dr. Miles Monroe. He actually broke it down to, let's see how he defined family. So, and the purpose it was supposed to serve. He said the purpose of family, I quote, is to reproduce, secure, preserve, develop, and provide for the maximization of the functional potential of the individual within the context of the whole,
Right.
so that one can function effectively and efficiently in life and society.
Wow.
I'll repeat
Really,
it.
yeah.
The purpose of family is to reproduce.
Reduce.
You mentioned that. Secure.
Security.
Preserve.
Preserve.
Protection. Develop. That is nurture.
Develop.
And provide. Provision for the maximization and the maximization of the functional potential of the individual within the context of the whole. So that one can function effectively and efficiently in life and society.
Right. So the quality of the family automatically actually impacts on the society. Hi, the Talking Drum podcast family. If you want to join in the conversation, kindly leave a comment in the comment section. And while you are there, don't forget to subscribe and hit on the notification button so that when our videos are out, you are the first to be notified. Thank you so much for watching. Now let's get back to the conversation.
That is it. That is the whole argument. So when we talk about family, it comes, we can really break it down from the Greek word oikos. So
learning.
Yeah.
Oikos, spell.
So we would say oikos.
Right.
So the Hebrew word and the Greek word for oikos, is, the definitions are really kind of aligned. Okay, so oikos, it means that it gives the analogy of that it has to be in a sense of belonging. Okay.
Very important.
Sense of belonging. Oikos means a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
It means a household. A haven. That is how it describes it. So it actually doesn't only stem from the mother and the father alone, which form the basic spine of parenting. But it also means that everything that is connected to your household or that is connected to a certain jurisdiction that you own is family. So it could be business. It could be, from the word and from the interpretation, it could be slaves, back in the days where it was very prevalent. It could be anything that you own that actually maximize potential and functionality.
Right.
That means it seeks to serve purpose, or it seeks to benefit not only you but society as a whole, is connected to family.
Interesting.
So that is where the word comes from. So it doesn't necessarily only encapsulate mother, a father, and children. It also encapsulates anything that is linked to you, that depends on you for the things we mentioned: security, provision, training, that is development, nurturing, anything that is connected to you in that manner, in any way, shape, or form, should be described or should be labeled as family. Okay, so why should it be linked to all of these things? So a household carries an identity.
Right.
The unsung family. When we say the unsung family, it rings a bell.
Yeah, it traces to even where we come from.
Okay, the Asian family.
Yeah.
So at times we can say me and my household. A household could not even carry the name of the present patriarch or the present head who was governing it. It could stem from, ancient times. It could stem from a long time ago, generations. So what does it seem to tell or explain? It creates an identity, a structure, a way of life, a governing body. So we know that we have we could say, okay, in my house or in this house, we don't do X or Y, but we do Z. So what does it tend to explain? It explains that we have a structure.
Yeah.
We have a certain body of regulations that has been built that has now become like a system
Yeah.
that seeks to regulate. It provides, it protects, it nurtures. So the quality of products that will come from that particular household or that particular jurisdiction will tend to benefit society.
Society, yeah. But so there's actually also no system to regulate families, right?
Okay. So I wouldn't say the systems are very synonymous, or it differs from one family to another. So now we come to talk about the underlying factor. So the underlying factor should be that the quality. So when we talk about quality, we talk about something that is refined. It has been refined to a standard.
Yeah.
So we
Fit
could
for
have
purpose.
so a standard fit for purpose. Thank you for that. So that means that we could have the same threshold of maybe moral values or the way of thinking, thought, perceptions, beliefs, understanding. So we could have the same threshold of that, but we could see peaks. This or what I'm talking about. The peaks identify the quality. It could be that maybe you have, and those peaks too will identify the nature of individuals, because we could be in a family where we are all not the same, but we have this understanding factor that we need to coexist with each other. We need to tolerate each other. We need to understand each other. We might not be the same, and we might not have the same traits, but this quality of bodies, this quality of rules, quality of systems, that will tend to train us, that will tend to prune us in a certain way that is fit for society, would mean that if we are in society, okay, we might be different, but there is a certain kind of value that is very, very like distinct in all of us. When you see the Ansongs, we are all different in characters, but you see that, they have something that speaks of them, especially. It just qualifies them in a certain way that makes them very identifiable. Like, okay, these are these people, these are that people. So for example, a common thing, it could not necessarily be an example, but it could also be something that can be linked to what we're talking about, like accent.
Yeah.
So it can
traces to
language.
The roots, yeah.
You can identify, okay, this is one of my people, but we are not the same. But that underlying factor alone makes me identify as one of these people. So that is what it actually stems. The quality of moral values, the quality of thinking, the quality of the way we regulate life, essentially, should be a major purpose of the family.
Right.
So now we tend to look at this. Why would we say there is a dysfunctionality in families? Because ideally, the purpose of which is the family is tends to serve is now being delegated to other bodies.
To other organizations, exactly.
Like, now we would have to give birth to children, and we will expect the government to raise the children for
us. Which is the responsibility of the family.
Okay, so the family has to give you an identity, a sense of belonging. So that means that if you would have low self-esteem as a person, when you do a very correct digging, extensive digging, you will know that it traces to family.
Right.
It goes even to the level of time management. Look, it is just, you can just take yourself, just use yourself as a sample for research and maybe introspective analysis. Okay, everything that you have been able to develop as a person, most essentially the things that I think is carrying you through life right now, most of these bedrocks of quality, morals, values, things that really make you like
able to fit into society.
Exactly. Or even makes you an asset, let me say. That you think that, okay, me being part of this organization or this society, I am being like an expatriate. I give rather than take. So it will be linked or connected to your family. The way you talk, your thinking. It even leads to the nature of person you are. If you are very corrupt as a person, it started from, that is a bedrock. You got the linking to that actual character trait will really start from family.
Yeah. That is so true.
So I am saying that my argument purposely is to underline the purpose and the factors that the family needs to inculcate, even in children, in individuals. So we now understand oikos, that is like most importantly, anything that is linked to an umbrella or a certain jurisdiction that you are a part of or that you are connected to. It is family to you. So we have instances where people are very unfortunate to be born into, conditions that family were
that is also
another thing to talk about. But ideally, every quality of person that is really going back and forth in society today really had or really has this bedrock of training that really stems from family that is now being injected into society. So we are looking at things that I think family should inculcate in you that will make you fit for society. These are the things we should look into.
Yeah.
So we just, as I read from Dr.
Yeah, I think we've established quite a few.
So provision.
Basic.
So would you have something to say about provision?
I mean, well, I was watching an interview with one popular TV presenter, and she was hammering on something that I have actually been thinking about of late. That you plan to, I think first of all, the main loophole to this provision becoming a problem issue is planning and the lack of it.
Okay.
Because if a male and a female have come together to do whatever it is, and the outcome we all know that a child will be brought forth, there was no planning, there was no looking at the consequences.
No.
And how
multiply.
We are just multiplying and filling the earth without proper financial provision.
Exactly.
Mental preparedness.
Okay, so let's even take it in this American context or in this American setting that we are. You know that thing is very, very prevalent in this this jurisdiction.
Which you wouldn't know until you come here. Yeah.
You understand? It's like everything is the government's responsibility.
Yeah, but didn't you think through it?
And
so that's the first thing.
It is one of the dysfunctions we'll discuss on the show. Like seriously, everything is the government's issue.
Because something like that should be planned and thought of. It should be a decision that you know the consequences are long term.
I am entitled to being taken care of because I am a citizen of the country.
No, your parents should be responsible to take care of you, and you should be responsible for
it's taxpayers' money. We all have to.
I think it's,
you see, that's the analogy. You get it?
Yeah. People should rethink their decisions. You something as crucial as making a family should be a decision made by you, and knowing the consequences to it.
It brings dysfunctionality.
That you have to pay school fee.
Let's give birth to 10 and take care of 4.
Where in which world?
So there's.
And that's 6, something I always thank my parents for, because
so the 6 will have to just
there's just 3 of us.
They have to drag it out.
And I went to school. I went through it to university. My sister went through it. My brother is in
at
university.
times. So you see that is very people say, okay, you are fortunate, you are blessed to be in this
But
position.
you see, it should
You are
not be
sitting, you are
by
sitting here
chance
saying
and
big.
by you are blessed and by you are fortunate. It's supposed to be something basic.
It should be an understanding. But it's like, okay, you are blessed to be in this position.
Which I'm not denying that fact.
They will be
but
like,
why?
okay.
Why is why why are we not all on that page?
Okay, so let's digress a little bit. So, how many children do you think you can handle?
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Yes.
You see, for example,
Comfortably. Without sweat,
With-
breaking a bank.
Okay, so 2 or 3. Okay, so let me just give this another. This one is I'm selling my mom out. Me, I'll just sell my mom out. So my mom would just ask me this question. It was a very casual conversation we were having one time. I was like, "Oh, how many children do you want to?" And I was like, "Oh," I just said, I was being a little cocky. I was like, "Oh, I mean, I'm not even going to marry her." She was like, "You're joking." It's like, yo, be serious. I just at this juncture, and I was like, "Oh, I think probably I can handle 2." It's like, is something wrong with you? It's like, why? It's like,
it is you know your financial capability.
It was like, if I decided to give birth to 2, will you be here? When I was your age,
that would have been her decision.
She was like, when I was your age, I already had 4. I was like, it's you.
Well,
when I was your age, I already had.
You don't have to wait for somebody to decide the number of.
It was like, look at that time. I was trying to make the point that the world has changed. And I'm not saying globalization and, let's say, modern society trend has changed the narrative of we not having children, because surveys and according to researches that has been done, it's trying to say that this generation or this particular generation is experiencing
very
low birth
rates
all that.
That is true.
You understand? But now, the way society and life, the quality of life has been shaped, it's like there is this quest of you really getting established before you really delve into that.
Exactly.
And career has been prioritized over childbirth and all that
because you need to survive first before thinking of having babies.
So it's like, if as a career woman, Dr. A.J, I don't know if you would have time to have 6 kids. And
it's not about the time for me.
It's not even about the time for you.
I can create the time to even.
For sure. It's not even necessarily about the time.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even set an argument on time.
Equal opportunities for all your children.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like your time and our time is different. I know at your time, looking at how the world was set up for you, if you're at the age of 30, maybe perhaps the priority was on marriage and children.
Which is good anyway.
Which is very, very brilliant. And I'm not saying because if you guys didn't really, but I'm saying, look at the quality of life you enjoyed. My mom is, I wouldn't say a hustler, but I'm trying to use the narrative that she really had to go through it.
Lots of sacrifice.
To put us here. And I'm saying, you see that quality of life. You didn't enjoy it. You didn't have the opportunity to go to school and to have a career like I did. You didn't have that. So you made it a point to provide that quality of life for me. Okay. So you did what you could do.
Yeah.
But the starting point for the next generation that is going to come out from it shouldn't come and start from.
No.
You should have we are building.
Every generation has something else going on. Something could be working for maybe a few generations before us, which when you implement it now, your life is going to end in shambles. You'll be broke. So you look at yourself and the life in which the setting in which the system that is running in your era,
you get it,
to make certain decisions.
Yeah.
But as we are talking about this, I think it's bringing my mind to something. It's financial stability, like one of the major reasons for dysfunctionality in families. Like
that is the best
finances.
That is the best point we are trying to come at, because we are talking about reproduction. So the family's a quest, like the ideal nature. If sexual gratification is a thing for marriage,
right,
the product of it is children.
Yes.
So if essentially children are going to come out of that, you know that there is now another quest to provide. So,
which people don't think about before the sexual gratification.
you get what I'm saying? So the thing is, if provision or financial provision, let's be very, very clear on that.
Yeah.
Is a let's say a prominent breeder of dysfunctionality in families. Where do you really think the education should come from? Because okay, we would say that would also stem from society and the jurisdiction you get to find yourself. But this same society we are talking about is built from the sole decisions of every single man and woman who came together to breed. It was your decision. You see, it's like an endless loop we are going through. So where is the education supposed to come from? Financial structure, planning.
Planning, very important.
All right. So the analytics shows us that a greater percentage of you will listen to our show haven't subscribed. So if you like this show and you really want to help us, the best free way to support us is to hit the subscribe button. And if you do so, I promise you that we, the team on TV Podcast, will make this show better for you week in, week out. We will listen to your feedback and we will continue to do what we do. Thank you.